How's it going, guys? So today in the PhantomCave YouTube channel, we're going to be having a look at Frew's latest Phantom comics. And today we are having a look at Coming Storm Part 1 and Part 2. And this actually contains one of my absolute favorite characters, Paul Willihan's The Raven. And obviously, we're going to talk about the cover art. We're going to be talking about the interior art. We're obviously going to be talking about the story done by Andrew Consonant and a lot of other things. So, in this sort of story, it's basically a crossover between Raven and the Phantom. And let me start off. What I sort of did not like about this story was that it was, especially in the part 1, I was not quite happy with it. I know this could be controversial. I know it's going to be controversial, but part 1 I was not happy with. The reason why I wasn't happy with part 1 was because if you can tell, so the Phantom, the artwork, it didn't really, didn't really suit the character of the Raven, I guess. But the Raven drawn by Ivan Rodriguez or something like that, he's an amazing artist. Nothing goes upon him. It just may be sort of, the panels may have been used wrongly, I guess, but basically my point of view is that basically the part 1, it looked like it was, the panels were too fast for the action was too fast for the story, basically. And what I like about Raven, the original Raven stories, is that it's like a slow burn. You get to know the character, you get to know everything else, and then it picks up. But in this one, it's straight into it. We've flogged it straight into it with the Phantom going into the Chronicles. And it's actually, this story, obviously because it's new, it's actually taken upon from the Chronicles of the 21st Phantom, which the 21st Phantom's father actually in the Chronicles meets up with the Raven. How is that? But there's nothing wrong with the art. It's just that I wasn't happy with how fast it was going. The motivation through the artworks. I wasn't happy with how fast it was going through the panels. It just felt like there was gaps that were missing. That's my personal opinion on part 1 of this story. And if we take all of that out, it's quite a good story. I quite liked it in part 2, but was not happy with it in part 1. Part 1 for me is it's too fast, too fast moving, and it's part 1's too fast moving. And then you have the Raven, which the Raven obviously is my favorite character. So you've got to put out there, the artwork is magnificent. The story is quite good by Andrew Consonant. And maybe we might have Andrew Consonant on the channel next year. Maybe. So, and plus, Andrew Consonant, his latest, I think, DC project is coming out in, I think, somewhere in January, that I heard. But yeah, it's not that I don't like the art. It's just that I reckon first part was too fast. It was too fast, and you didn't actually get to know what the story was about. Basically, that's basically my own opinion. You can have your own opinion if you want, But that's just basically my own opinion. If you don't, and especially where we have the castle main focused, I think, on the early pages of this comic is quite magnificent. That artwork could have taken a long period of time, could have taken 2 or 3 days or something like that. But to ink it would have been very accurate, and to get the perspective that you needed would have been very accurate. But the Phantom obviously comes and saves old mate's day. Old mate was about to basically go to death, and Phantom obviously mates up with the Raven, and obviously we get into part 2, which will be the next comic. Now, the next actual story we actually have a look at in this sort of comic is I love it. I love it. Phantom in War Wounds. I absolutely love this short story by Jason Paulos and Andrew Consonant. Jason Paulos. I love his art. He's so good. I love it. And I reckon, it's just my personal opinion, but I reckon we may have Jason Paulos on the channel next year. Yeah. I'm trying to organise some interviews for early next year, and he may be one of them. You never know. But in this story, obviously, the Phantom Crusader he's actually pitted against one of, I think, his past mates or something, mateship or something sort of like that. And obviously the Phantom Crusader wins, and he lets old mate go. And quite good, the artwork in these stories. I know I've said I didn't like part 1, but you've got to see part 2 to see my understandings of where I changed my point of view on it. So we now have the forum, the Phantom Forum, and this book's sort of Future Award goes to Stam because he's given Dudley some ideas to work with. Now, I do read the forum, and again, we now have Be Like the Colonel and subscribe to the free. You also get free file cards to all new subscribers, value at $130. You can subscribe to the Phantom at phantomcomic.com.au, or you can cut this little thing out. But why would you want to do that? Why would you want to cut that thing out? But if you would like to subscribe via phantomcomic.com.au, and special offer to all new subscribers, the Phantom Messenger bag now only $50. And I actually did a review on that this year. So, yeah. We also have the trading cards. So basically, enjoy the Supernova prices without the Supernova. Boxes are $90 each, packs are $4, Slyberry CDs are $30, and carton CDs are $40. It includes postage and packaging within Australia. You can order that you can either get it at select comic shops and news agencies sometimes, and at your local sort of phantomcomic.com.au website, or phone 0292618122. Now we are into the second part of this story. And again, great art by Ivan Rodriguez. And wait for it, people. We have the Christmas special coming out on the 17th of December 2020, and I hope it's gonna be good. It looks good. with what the stories. Every year we get to see American stories sort of in the Christmas special. Now, the first actual Christmas special I ever got was obviously the 2016 one, and it was in full color. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We now have part 2 of The Coming Storm. And the Raven and the Phantom. Now, part 2 I quite like more than part 1. You probably already got that by now. But part 2 I quite like more. And obviously, Raven's brother is coming to get the Raven's fortune. The Phantom then decides to basically battle against pirates, as you'll do. And then this little crow then has to try and get the Phantom away from the battle. The Raven then is pitted against his brother. The Phantom, the Raven is nearly done. And who is it? Who makes his appearance? The Phantom saves the Raven by saving and knocking the lights out of Sebastian. And then we have the end of the story, and the Phantom and Diana obviously doing their own bit. We now have the second Crusader home, Phantom Crusader story, and this is part 1 of 2 parts. Now, again, Andrew Consonant, the writer, and Jason Paulos, the artist. Again, I love this story. I quite like Jason Paulos' art. The Phantom Crusader returns home from his crusades and notices his hometown is basically marauded by evil sort of knights. The Phantom Crusader then goes up against the evil knights, and we find out that the Phantom Crusader is up against, I'm guessing, a past enemy. So we'll find out that in 1883 or something, which comes out after the Christmas, probably 4 or 5 weeks after the Christmas special comes out. Then we have the Forum, no Frew crew badge awarded there, and then I've been wanting to get hold of for quite a while, and if you haven't noticed, there's basically an 85th anniversary of the Phantom Diaries. The diary by Malon Publishing, they're going to be doing a 85th anniversary of the Phantom, and the limited edition there's only 300 copies only. I'm hoping to try and get that one limited. So if you wanted to subscribe to the PhantomCave YouTube channel, and as we all know, we have some great art by Cesar Spadari, who sadly passed away in the last couple months. But anyways, if you'd like to subscribe to the PhantomCave YouTube channel, go down below. Click that subscriber button down below, and as always, keep Phantom Caving, and we'll see you next time on the PhantomCave YouTube channel. See you.